Hello again. It's me, Loreen from Boho Blue Van. So I am going to do a tour of the lower portion. Just a sec here. The lower portion of my van. Way down here. Okay. Again. Because, well, I was thinking of doing it anyway, but Kaz, one of my subscribers, had said that yes, it would be a good idea to do a little tour of my van on the lower part of it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If you haven't watched my last video of my non-clutter tour of the upper portion of my van, go ahead and have a look at that too. I consider non-clutter because my stuff is in bags and oops, you can't see that baskets and stuff like that, but it's all in place. Everything has its home. Yep, it does. So let's get on with it. I've decided to start here. Here's my backward seat. It's my kitchen, living room, lounge area. I love it because I can see right outside when I am in it. All right, while I'm there, I should show you. Right back here, this is behind my driver's seat here, behind my sink, is my folding chair, which goes right here. So, okay. Right you see here is actually my third generation of a build right in this area. My older videos show the other generations. You'd have to go way back in my videos. This is my fridge. My fridge is inside there. And it's, let's see. Nah, we won't look at the fridge specifically. You know what 12-volt fridges look like. But on top of it is, let's see, an extra seating. Drop-off place for my daily things. I haven't put on my knee brace yet today. This is a sweater that I've been putting on because as beautiful and sunny as it is outside, it's still chilly. But this here, yeah, this actually is a dual purpose, basically. A chair, pillowcases with blankets in it. Okay, what was that? I was thinking there was three things. Chair, pillowcases with blankets. Oh, yes. And it helps insulate my box for my fridge. Okay, let's move on. Here is my CPAP holder and my catch-all. And I designed that whole configuration. The spacing, everything. My son built it, but I designed it. And I needed my CPAP here because my head is here, as you can understand with CPAP users. My electronics is back here. And currently I have a fan charging. There she is. All right. I had this little box previously built for a different configuration. Again, if you want to see those, go back in my videos. So I reused the box was a little bigger than what I'm using now, but we just, just cut it out so it would fit because I love that little box that my son built for me. Okay, bed. It's a 30-inch bed. I have, do I want to pull it apart? I have a 4-inch memory foam, like it's pure memory foam, completely pure memory foam. I'll have it folded from this side. I bought a double size, and 30 inches is exactly half of double size. So I sleep on pure memory foam. And then a 4-inch foam that I had, like, sheesh, 20 years before I even moved into a van. And then, of course, I forget what it's called, the stuff that helps it to not condensate under there. But under there, because I like my head raised a little bit, I also have extra blankets. Okay, I'll fix that later. I'll hide it for now, but I'll fix it later. Let's see here. I have a light underneath here for my bedroom when I'm nighttime, when it's dark, or if I'm reading in bed. Did I show this on my last one? I think I might have actually. My clip for my tablet when I want to lay in bed. And this is basically the home, except for when they're charging, of my jackeries. This is all my jewelry. Well, I call it jewelry, but it's my dangly making stuff. I don't put those things up here because, for one thing, which I did not mention in my last video, is a potential projectile if I have to stop quickly. So I'd like to have things, except for my Reflectix right now because it's really light. That doesn't matter so much. But I don't want things come crashing under there if it is, or rather if I stop quickly. Okay, we're at my bed. So let's go under my bed. Under here, whoops, let's do this right, is a pull-out plastic drawer for my clothes. It's currently not closing properly because I just did laundry yesterday. Oh, maybe I should show some things here. I fold all my clothes into balls. So it does not, everything in there is tidy and you can find it immediately. Moving over is my water. Yowzer! I looked out the window and there's my view out my side window. Wow. Beauty. Anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, I think we're at the next buckets over here. Did I say buckets? I meant storage. This is an actual box. I have showed you this on other videos. It's very heavy because I just filled up my water yesterday. I have 6 gallons of water in there. It's very heavy. Oh no, I emptied one of them this morning, but I got 5 gallons of water in there, so that equals about 50 pounds. This is actually newish. I put some bins in here. Or I had a wicker basket, but everything got dusty and mildewy. And this is my fabrics. Basically all my fabrics. And there's one back there as well. And of course, oops. Let's see. How can I do this? My battery, my 2 ATM batteries are back there. I'm not going to go into electrical stuff on this one. There we go. And there's my back, very dirty back window. All right, moving on. There we go. You guys have seen my bucket toilet before, haven't you? But it's also my catch-all for my gallons of water for when I'm going out the door here. I don't know if it's going to show it. And filling that bucket with water from inside. So I really, really like this toilet. I just kind of sort of wish it wasn't quite so big. It's an oblong, is it called? Rather than a round. Because it would be easy enough to do a round toilet. But I like this one because it has a lip on the lid. There's a lip here. And this toilet seat, of course. Another lid. And my pee bucket with a lid. So that works very, very well for me. Oh. I've had that for many, many years as well. Probably like 25 years. It made it into my van. And don't have a lot of plastic left in here, plastic toilet. And this tower, just because it fits. And it's beautiful with 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get back a little bit so you can see it. 4 drawers. Toilet paper. Toilet paper. Odds and ends. More odds and ends. Alright. This one here. Oh, on top I should show you. Is a box. It's velcroed down. Got that from my sister. As well as this one way back 5 years ago when I was doing the build. This houses my essential oils. My citrus that I use for you know what. And this one has my, well, has some books in it. But my toilet bags. And my garbage bags for my garbage. This is a 3-drawer wooden, funky, old, very old. But I like it so much. There's so much room in those drawers because they're not overly made. They have skinny little walls and just really good. It's been 5 years and it's been completely fine. It houses a lot of my tools, electrical stuff, tape kind of stuff. Semi-organized, mainly organized, but does get kind of mixed up too because it's more or less my garage, I guess you'd call it. But I have it attached to this with this because neither of these 3 things are attached down. Yeah, they move sometimes. If I go around a corner really fast, they'll kind of shift over. But you just get in there and you shove them back. It's all been okay. And this here box, it's over my wheel well. Oops, sorry. I got, oh yeah, let's go on. It now houses food, with the exception of that, which probably is going to get put into secondhand soon because I never use it. But now my fridge is in there. Over here used to be a Skookum fishing cooler that I would put ice in to keep my food cool. But now it's perfect for food storage. And behind it, yeah, I guess, yeah, I deliberately pulled it out away from the wall because this is all my bag storage down here. All my bags. It acts as insulation too. And this is a fairly recent one. This little box down here. Let me see if I can get that down here. My son built this specifically for in here. Of course, as you can see, it has food. And over here is a fairly recent thing too in the last year. A shoe thing. Fit nicely in there on the side of the table. Because before that, my nice ginger root beer Zevia would be falling all over the place because it was on the ground. Now it's very nicely contained in there. My tummy really likes ginger root beer. Zevia ginger root beer. So far we've started there, went there, went around there, went around there, went and here, here. Now we've made it to my kitchen. This kitchen table was in my life many years before I moved into the van. At least 20 years, no, more like 30 years before I moved into the van. And it's all gone through different colors, but it's been this color for quite a long time. Okay, and 2 years ago, I mean, before 2 years ago, there was 2 plastic 3-drawer things right there. Here, so we can get down here. But when I was in visiting Alberta, northern Alberta, 2 years ago, my mechanic that up there built this box for me. It's my kitchen stuff, basically, all of it, except for the bottom, which is my first aid stuff. Oh, I have to close that completely. And those are screwed down, so those are all good for screwed down. Let's see. All right, birch bark. I did that when I was in Alberta. I actually did a lot of the cleaning of the birch bark, and he actually glued it on for me, but I put all the urethane or the whatever on top of it. And this one here, that fall, my son built that specifically to fit, and I painted it. Actually, yeah, I did. I painted this one purple on the side here when I was in Alberta, but it wasn't until I got back to the island that we built this one. Oh, by the way, that pole I've had for many, many years. My mechanic guy built this pole, a bamboo pole. Whoops, uh-oh. But it's attached on the inside very well, so I think it's okay. Anyway, my son built this very specific to my dimensions, because underneath it houses my heater and water, and oh, you can't see it, but my second butane stove is under there in case I want a second one. And because I recently changed to butane, you may have seen that video. Took out my double 2-burner camp stove because I wanted more space, and also I was having trouble with propane fittings, so now I only have one propane fitting for the heater. And a nice and beautiful cover is going to be made for this too. My son's going to do that, and it'll be all pretty. I'll show you. So I love my counter space. I love my counter space. Here's a fairly new addition. I just hung that up like 2 days ago for fruit storage. This I've had for a bit, but I just moved it over, and you know that gel tape? That's what's holding this down. It's beautiful. And of course, my beautiful African fabrics. I like those. And here's my sink. My real collapsible silicone. I don't know if you can buy those anymore. They're all plastic nowadays. But my son Kalo had made this sink out of a flower pot. Made a hole in it when he had the van years ago. And this whole portion of here was in the van when he had it. I just cut it down to fit. I love it. And of course my tap. The reason I have a sink, no, not for washing dishes. I don't wash dishes. I use my vinegar water and paper towel to wash dishes. I have my sink because I need to wash my face with running water. Running cold water, which is why I like my system as opposed to like a pump. When you have those rechargeable pumps, they spurt out a lot of water. I don't need a lot of water. I need trickle water, or else, it'd be, I carry every ounce of water I use in here. I carry with my 2 hands. So I don't want to be, running around getting water constantly when a trickle will work. See this trickle? Actually even used less often. It's more like this that I'm using when I'm washing my face. That 5-gallon bucket I have attached to the back of my van will last me anywhere from 7 to 10 days when I wash with a trickle. it would probably last half that if I washed with that full amount of water coming through. So what's the point when I have to carry it all? Moving on. My water. This is my drinking water. I don't drink out of here because that bucket isn't necessarily clean. But so this is my drinking water, and of course my gallons. I poured into here, and a gallon is all I want to carry with these 67, almost 68-year-old hands. This tin I had in my house. Oh, wait a minute. Do this. That's better. This is a tin. It was bright red when I moved. It's a tin. It's a tin. I attached it under here. I did all this all in the build, right? And of course, I did not even know this existed when I was, you know, measuring to make it all fit here. This has to have the ability to, you know, open. So lots and lots of measuring. But I didn't even know this existed. I just lucked out that there was a perfect water for that space. And of course back here, there's a bit of a magnet holding it here, but it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, it sort of does, but that's as far as it'll go in the window, so it's not a big deal. And nice little Dollarama rubber for catching water. Oops. I meant to wash that before this tour. Sheesh, for a moment I thought this tour was over, but no, of course it isn't. My garbage. I love this little can. You didn't need to see my garbage. I don't know why I did that, but it's such a cute little garbage can. Look at it. And behind that is my propane bottle, and it is in a sealed box with the venting down under the van for you people that think that this is not good. It's been 5 years. 5 years. It's fine. And over here, we devised, or I had the thought, and my son devised actually how to lift this, is a little seat. It's actually just held right here, which these screws always come loose, so I'm constantly having to tighten them. If anybody has ideas how to keep that from doing that, let me know. I've tried just about everything, but well, if you have something, let me know. And this whole thing goes back. It's an IKEA piece. And I probably got that in like 23 or 24 years ago. And I actually designed this space to fit that. And it's pretty rickety. It's very rickety. Hence the rope holding it together, because things are broken, and yeah, it's pretty rickety. I wouldn't mind replacing that sometime, but it sure the heck works. As you can see. And food. And my water is here. It had another basket here, but I needed space for that hose to drain my water. See, I'm sitting here. Pretend my chair. Actually, I'll bring it out. My poor brain. I keep mixing up chairs and tables. I call this a chair. It's not a chair. And I call this a chair. It's a table. Anyway, let's get this out. See, remember I told you my little table was here? And that I had all painted up so beautifully, and it's rubbing off. The top is rubbing off anyway. One day I'll paint it again. And this is here. So I'm eating, watching something, drinking tea. And I just move it over a little bit. And I can still get out. And from this last clip I showed you of my table, I realized I forgot to show you a fairly recent addition. Let's get far enough away so you can see it. I bought this metal thing here. It does not have a back, because I figured this wall is a good back. Why take up space with a back? So I basically attached it to that door. And it works perfectly fine. I love it. Before I was, struggling about where to put, because I have bags, as you can see, bags. Not garbage, not toilet bags, but just littler bags. Yeah. And I picked up this little plaque from Alberta. Oh, the sun is so bright. I don't know if we can see it. There we go. My little hand-felted mini big blue van that my granddaughter made me for Christmas a year ago. Oh, right, I should show you. Stickers. Still have some room for stickers. 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 There it is. Dollar store find. Live what you love, of course. My fabrics on the bottom. Love those. Yeah, there we go. There's big blue. Let's put this back. And of course, that's what sinks tend to do, is carry stuff, right? This is the cover of my phone. Yeah. The bottom portion of big blue. And the upper portion. Hope you enjoyed that tour of the bottom portion of my van. What I hope is that you get inspiration from it. And builds don't have to be expensive. They can be really, really simple. And just be creative. Be very creative. You have to be creative in a tiny space to make every inch count. But you also can be creative in the design, in the beauty of it. It doesn't have to be plain. Just make it beautiful. Bye for now. See you on the next video.